Hello, and welcome back to Sonic Storytelling Part 3. In this episode, we have Vector the Crocodile telling us that there's a shorthand and a longhand route on the clock tower.
That's Vector the Croctile. He's gonna do our tiles in our bathroom.
He's gonna do our tiles, yeah.
He's gonna play a TRPG with us.
Yep. He is
Get
Vector
it?
the Crocodile.
Tiles.
Vector the Crocodile.
Yes, Vector the Crocodile. Also, we don't know his gender.
Yep. Vector the genderless Crocodile.
Yep. He is a genderless Crocodile.
He is, in fact, a genderless Crocodile.
Continue. I came here for stories. Continue.
Okay, stories. So, once upon a time, there were babies. The end.
They didn't do anything. They didn't go home and murder their family.
Nope.
This story is fucking 10 out of 10.
Okay, so... yeah, so I got my PS1, and I got Medal of Honor, and my dad was like...
Parabola.
So, I went and returned Medal of Honor, and I think... No, you know what? I don't remember what I got in the end to replace it, but I played quite a few PS1 games, but not any that were memorable. I know I played through Chrono Cross and loved the hell out of it.
That's the one I never played. I only played Trigger.
Oh, Chrono Cross is really good if you don't treat it as a Chrono Trigger sequel.
Really?
It's a really bad Chrono Trigger and a really good game.
See, I have this thing about me where I can't help but compare games to their predecessors. Because, well, yeah, if you don't compare a game to its predecessor, about, 80% of the video games out there are going to be good games. But you have to because, why set the bar and then just ignore the bar?
Yeah, well...
That's the way I see it.
That said, Chrono Cross is not a storyline sequel. That's why I say you shouldn't treat it like a Chrono Trigger game. However, it is same universe, it does take place in the same sort of world, but like many, many, many years after the original game.
Well, that's fine.
But there's like tons of little secrets and references you can find back to the original game, but it is in no way related to the original game. In fact, it's so unrelated that you don't even travel through time in Chrono Cross. So,
See, that's fine, but if that's gonna be the case, is the gameplay, good?
Oh, hell yeah. It's got a pretty standard, JRPG combat system where it's sort of menu-based, but the element system is really unique. There's, this field effect thing to go along with it, too, which is really cool. And then on top of that, the actual attacking system is really good. Because it's instead of just attacking once, you have a certain number of action points every time you attack, and you can combo together light, medium, and strong attacks in order to spend those action points however you feel.
See, I would consider that a good game. Doesn't have anything to do with original story, but still has a good, at least a relatively good story and good gameplay. I would consider that a good game. Now, when you've got, stupid shit like the Assassin's Creed games where they just literally spend the whole time dumbing down combat, that's what I consider a bad sequel, is when combat gets dumbed down from its predecessor, or even changed to be, just worse.
Yeah.
What I would consider a good sequel, though, is if they try something innovative, and even if it's different, it's still good. Unless it's bad, then it's bad.
Yes.
So, in order to make a good sequel, you have to make a good sequel.
Okay. So, as time went on and I played my PS1 a whole bunch, I eventually came to the realization that all the good games out there are for PS2. So it's I have to find some kind of an excuse to get a PS2. And then, we as in my family, went on a visit to my cousin's house / my aunt and uncle's house, and they had a PS2 with Dance Dance Revolution on it.
Oh, yeah.
And this was the first time I'd heard of Dance Dance Revolution. This is the first time I had heard of any kind of controller for a video game that wasn't just a standard controller. I hadn't even known about light guns before then.
See, I did, because NES, and I
Yeah.
actually played Duck Hunt.
Exactly. But I didn't, so I didn't. But
Because I know the super secret strat where if you press the barrel against the screen, auto-win. Press the barrel against the screen, auto-win.
But yeah, so we ended up being just like fucking learning DDR. And both my mom and I learned DDR, and we like played it and had a lot of fun with it. And so that was enough to convince my mom to go out and buy a PS2 DDR
Yes.
Extreme bundle.
Nice.
So we got DDR Extreme, a PS2, and 2 dance pads, and we played the hell out of that game. It was so good. I fucking love DDR. Like, I don't even care about all the shit they get. Those are some
No,
good
I
fucking
like.
games.
See, I like rhythm games, and DDR's up there with being a good rhythm game. The only reason I don't play it is because I'm fat.
Yeah, pretty much the same reason that I never play it anymore.
In fact, if I had it here, I probably would play it though, but I just don't have it and don't have an interest in it. So, fat.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was how I got my PS2, and then eventually my mom sort of lost interest in DDR, and she got really busy with other stuff, because she is a piano teacher, a work-at-home piano teacher, no less, so she was really busy with stuff.
Yeah.
And so I started just getting PS2 games of my own, and one of those games was Jak and Daxter, and we've already got on a huge tangent about how we both love Jak and Daxter.
Yes.
So yeah, and then ever since I got and played the PS2 so much, my parents sort of became more accepting of video games, and since then I've had a DS and a 3DS and a Wii U, 360, PS3, the whole works.
And all of them are broken.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, most of them. Except for a moment there, you thought your Wii was broken, but it was actually just the fucking disc.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my story. And now that my story is over, this episode ends with it.